In this video, we're going to talk about different ways you can target people on Facebook using Facebook advertising. Hey guys, my name is Brian from the education team with Digital Corner Solutions, and here we are inside the Facebook Ads Manager, which of course you can get to by going to the Ads Manager section. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a demo campaign and look at different targeting strategies. These are the different ways and the different audiences that we can target. So let's start by creating a campaign here, and we'll just go through the options very quickly. For this example, it doesn't really matter which sort of objective we choose. We'll just go ahead and create a traffic campaign. And the reason it doesn't really matter is because what we want to talk about is the ad set level of this campaign. And that's where we're going to find the audiences to target. So first and foremost, as we scroll down here, you're going to see the audiences section. The main sections we're going to look at are custom audiences down here and detailed targeting right here. So first, let's say we are starting from scratch and we are advertising to cold traffic. What we might want to start with in this case would be detailed targeting. This is where you can target people based on demographics, interests, or behaviors. Now in this video, I want to go through the different methods very quickly, so I won't dive too deep into each section. But for detailed targeting, let's say for this example that you have an e-commerce store that sells homemade crafts or gifts or something along those lines. So what you might do in the detailed targeting section here is first target people who are interested in Etsy, for instance. We have 47 million people who are interested in Etsy. So that gives us a group of people who are perhaps interested in homemade gifts. Now from here we can basically do three different things. We can A, use this audience and start running an ad to this audience. We can B, see some suggestions that Facebook is going to give us to maybe increase the size of the audience by adding other options. Or we can narrow the audience by cross-referencing other interests, behaviors, or demographics. Now, in order to do that, we'd simply click on the narrow audience button. So let's say, for example, we have a homemade gifts e-commerce store. But let's say our products are higher end. They're on the more expensive side. So maybe we only want to target more affluent buyers who like things like Etsy. So what we could do is add that in under household income. And we could select the household income top 10% of zip codes in the United States. So by narrowing that audience, we are targeting people who not only like Etsy, but are also, they live in an affluent area. They live in a zip code that is in the top 10% of household income in the United States. Now, another way that we can use targeting on Facebook is we can target a certain area. And this is going to be great for local businesses. So let's say I owned a restaurant and I wanted to get more interest in my restaurant. One thing I might do is I might target by location. And instead of targeting by the United States, what I want to do is target people who are either living in my location or frequent the area. And the way I could do that is I could search by zip codes, for instance. And there's my zip code. I live in Plano, Texas. Now you can see I will be serving ads to people who live in the surrounding area. Okay? This is going to get people who are probably likely to be interested in perhaps visiting my restaurant. Now, another way we can use Facebook targeting is by the custom audiences section here. We can do a couple of different things in this section. Now, the first thing we might want to do is we might want to target a list of people who have, let's say, visited our website. Or maybe we want to target a group of people who look like people who visited our website because they are probably going to be interested in the products that we have to offer. So you can do that in the Custom Audiences tab, and this is going to be a lookalike audience or a custom audience. So the first thing we would have to do if we're going to use this targeting option is to actually create the audience. So in general, custom audiences are created first, and then lookalike audiences are built off custom audiences. So once again, let's say we have an e-commerce store and we want to retarget people who have visited our store because maybe we're running a flash sale or something along those lines. So the way we would do that is first go ahead and create the audience. The way we do that is go into the Audiences tab. Now we're going to already assume you have the Facebook Pixel installed on your site. And let's say your e-commerce store is called giftstore.com and you want to target anyone who has visited any page on your site. So what we can do is we can create a custom audience, and we're going to use our website data. So what I want to do is I want to target people who have visited my website in the past 30 days. But maybe you want to target people who just visited a specific page. Well, you could do that by scrolling down here and visited a specific page. Maybe you want people who visited only your earrings section because you make homemade earrings, let's say. And let's say your URL of the collection that all your earrings are under is giftstore.com/earrings. And then, of course, each individual earring will be / what have you. Now what you can do is you can create a custom audience of people who visited any page that sells earrings on your store. And you can do this in the past 30 days. You can do this in the past week, what have you. And we'll just call this earrings audience. And we'll go ahead and create that audience. Now, Facebook's going to create that audience, and that's going to be all the people who visited those particular pages on your store. So from there, what you can do is you can do a couple of things. Once again, you can simply target that audience by going back into your ads manager here. Now, if we go down to this audiences section, we should be able to see the earrings audience. Now we can once again target those people who have visited the earrings collection in the last 30 days. Or we can create a lookalike audience of people who visited the earrings audience. And what that's going to do is help us potentially find new customers who are not familiar with our brand, because what Facebook's going to do is it's going to take the demographics, the interests, the behaviors, so on and so forth of the people who visited your website, and they're going to try to find similar people who have those same interests and same demographics and exhibit the same behaviors, because Facebook's going to assume they're going to be likely customers for your store. And then, of course, you're going to have other options as well, as including location options, age, and gender, which can all go into hopefully helping you find the best ideal customer so you can reach the most amount of people and get the most amount of sales for the least amount of money, because that is the actual goal. Guys, Facebook advertising is super powerful. This is just a few ways that you can target different types of people. If you want more information, make sure you check out the first link in the description below this video, where you'll find our #1 resource for learning Facebook ads so you can get more sales and make more money with your business.